What's up? Welcome to another video. Today I'm going to be talking about my week, my fourth video of learning Python. So in this video, like every video, I'm gonna give a little TLDR on what content you're gonna see in this video. So in this video, we're gonna talk about last week, which is still this week. It's Friday, so we're starting on Monday. Monday did chapter 9, Wednesday did chapter 10, then I did chapter 11, and this week, funny enough, I got my second question ever correct while programming, and that made me feel really good. Alright, so let's get into it. Alright, let's get into the specifics. So I did chapter 9 on Monday, I did all the notes. Then on Tuesday, I did all the questions. Now, chapter 9 was interesting because it wasn't on any topic. It was just a case study, and it was really unique because we had to basically do a whole project. And luckily enough, while it was very difficult, in one of the questions, out of I think 8 or so, I actually got it correct without looking. So chapter 9 really tested me, and on Wednesday I decided to go back and review the questions and do them to see if I ever got the question again, would I be able to solve it? And so I spent the morning of Wednesday doing that. Then I moved on to chapter 10, and that was on lists, which I thought were pretty fun and interesting and kind of fairly easy, considering chapter 9 was so difficult. But I managed it, and at night, right before bed, I did some recall. On Thursday, I did the chapter 10 question, which again seemed pretty easy, still did minor errors here and there. I'll talk more about my coding style later, but yeah. So then I did dictionaries, which was chapter 11, and I hear about them all the time and how they're such a useful thing, built-in thing in Python that, you know, I really paid attention, see what I could learn, and pretty cool. Seemed like lists, except a little different. They got the key and the value and stuff like that, but in general, pretty fun. Today I'm gonna do the questions. I'm shooting this on Friday, and today's the day that I'm gonna do the questions. And so yeah, the schedule for the week was basically do a chapter on one day, then the next day do the questions. Then at night with every chapter I would do active recall. So pretty much the schedule for this week was I would do chapter 9 on Monday, and then I would take the day to just do the notes, and then at night I would do some active recall. I would code for around, or in this case read for around 4 hours a day. That's basically like the whole day to me. And then the next day I would take the day to solve the problems, and I wouldn't move on until I really do understand it. Chapter 9 took me so long on Tuesday that I spent some time on Wednesday trying to redo it to see if that question ever came up again. Did I really learn the basics? And it proved to be pretty difficult, but again, I managed it. And these days are the days that you get the most frustrated because, you know, things don't work out, but you just learned it, what's going on, and it can be fairly tough. But then again, you know, they're just problems, and you can skip ahead, go back and look. That's kind of what I do. Give or take a day, you never know what's gonna happen in a given day, but I don't have a problem working on a Sunday if I have the time, or if I need to, if I'm lagging behind. So I kind of feel like I'm moving at a snail's pace, but I feel like I really want to be building the scaffolding for the building that I'm gonna be building. And I don't want so scaffold. Right now, I would describe my coding method as kind of logic vomit. I would just get any idea that I can onto the IDE and then fix it up. And this way of coding, I learned that is not the most beneficial way. So the most beneficial way would be to do some pseudocode in words, write it down on a notebook, then change that into a little bit more syntactical grammar, and then move on to the IDE. Seems super logical and the right way to do it, but it's just so, frustrating to go back to pen and paper. I just want to go on the ADE and just write everything on there. But next week I'll for sure try to make the time to use the pseudocode method before. I'm sure that'll save me plenty of time with debugging later on. What's been very important for me this week has been being in a silent room for 4 hours every day, because that really gets you able to calm your mind and just work and focus and get deep into the problems. A lot of programmers call this getting into the zone. For me, I just call it, getting into the flow, because things just come, the answers come and the solutions come and the code comes and it's correct. When you're not in the zone, you write some things and they don't work and you're like frustrated. So yeah, that was my week, and looking forward to the next week, see what else I can learn, and yep, have a bestest of days. Peace.